Why are you running for District 177?
I actually, in all honesty, feel it is an assignment for me. I am a woman of faith. And I've always been a part of this community for the past 45, 50 years. I have devoted my whole adult life to families and to helping those that do not have a voice. And this opportunity is really something that is embedded within me that I need to expand that effort and really become a voice for the people that need it most. As I've always been doing for the past 45 years, to me, I just see this as an extension. It's an assignment that I could not pass up because too many people's lives are depending on it.
That's perfect. My next thing is what the top 3 issues are for District 177 and how you plan to address at least one of those.
Okay. My top 3 issues, I feel that it's so important in order for our next generation to have the economic security that they need is number one. I'm a healthcare provider, been a healthcare provider for over 45 years. I know we need better access to healthcare. And if we can get that healthcare expanded, particularly for our high-risk populations and for our men and women in that 19 to 64 range that may not be covered under any insurance and are working, that will help our economic development. That will help our family base for the future. I believe that we also need availability to more affordable housing. That's a problem that is all over the country. But I do believe it is a problem that can be answered if we pull together our own resources. Sometimes we wait on the state to do things, we wait on federal government to do things, but we're doing a lot right here in this district already. And my third thing would be making sure that our educational foundations for our public school systems are secure for that next generation. I have nothing against any other school systems, and I support choice for where you want to send your child, but I am concerned about the least of these. I am an advocate for keeping our public health school systems as strong and as viable as possible to meet the needs of those children.
That's my next thing is how your experience, what you've already touched on, working in the community, and how you feel that's going to benefit if elected into this District 177.
Well, you know, this job title is called representative for a reason. We don't go to the state to represent ourselves. We go to represent the people. I firmly believe you cannot represent anybody that you don't know. If you haven't been where they've been, if you haven't met them where they are, it's hard to represent somebody. It's hard to know what they need unless you understand what those needs are. And the best way to know that is get on the ground floor, boots on the ground. And I have lived that experience in this community. We realized that there was a problem with homelessness even in our schools. What did we do as a ministry and with some collaborative partners? We build our own transitional home. We transitioned our feeding program, where we fed hundreds of people every month, to a transitional home. You have to meet the people where they are so that you are better able to represent them when you are at the state or you are at the White House or wherever. And you won't forget those faces once you meet people where they are. I don't care what house you walk in, young lady, you will not forget those faces and you will not forget those stories. And that's who I want to represent.
Is how you plan to collaborate with state leaders of different parties, to get things passed that will benefit District 177.
All my adult life, I've been a manager for 10 counties for over 20 years, nurse practitioner for 40 years. You can't get nothing done unless you learn how to communicate, collaborate, and cooperate. So my plan is to just do those 3 things. I'm not going to look at your party. Hopefully you would stop looking at my party for a minute and let's look at the people. And so whatever we need to connect with city, because you got to work with the city, you got to work with the county. Yes, we got to work with those representatives from the Republican Party. And listen, District 177 is not just District 177. I need to know the hearts of the people in Brooks County and Lanier County, Nashville. I need to know who their representatives are. We need to meet. We need to talk. We need to develop a partnership so that we can make what needs to happen, not just for District 177, 174, or 175, but for all of South Georgia, all of rural Georgia, because all of rural Georgia is suffering. We're missing opportunities. So communicate, collaborate, and cooperate.
My last thing is something, that you want the community to know or be informed about before they head to vote.
Okay. I want them to know that every vote does matter. And I know we hear that all the time. We say it all the time. Go vote, encourage somebody. But it really does matter. Who you choose to represent you matters. Who you choose to represent you does matter. And you have to look at a person's character. And that's something I think sometimes we forget. We just get hooked up on what sounds good, what looks good, but you must know the man or the woman for who they really are. And how you know that is you watch what they do. And I choose to be not somebody that talk about it, but be about it. And I believe my life experiences have exemplified that. And so I want people to know we need you. I can't do this on my own. I believe I am empowered. I'm a woman of faith, and I am empowered by the Spirit of God to do just what I'm going out to do. But I still need you to show up and vote.
Perfect.
My main thing I want to say to every voter, I thank you in advance. I thank you for considering even me as a candidate. I am not a career politician. I have never advocated that I was, but I want to serve you. And I want to serve you with my whole heart. And I understand that you may not understand what I mean when I say I'm empowered, but I mean I am empowered by something that, by the Holy Spirit, that will lead me to know how to go in the board's room, will lead me to know how to cooperate and communicate with others across the aisle. And I think that is the shift, and that's the change that we need. So if you would just trust me as I trust God, we're going to get this done.